a bus never ends with lunch.
क्योंकि इन लोगों का इंटेंस होता है।
All a very good morning and welcome to Nitte School of Management for this impactful HR Conclave. So this roundtable discussion is about preparing ourselves for capacity building and upskilling. So the business landscape is undergoing a transformative shift driven by digitalization and technological advancements. So it is crucial for us to ensure our workforce is with skills and competencies in order to thrive into the digital era. Today, the discussion is to foster and provide practical insights on how the organization can effectively build capacity and upskill their employees. We are very privileged to have a distinguished panel of experts who can share the valuable knowledge and experience on the topic. It would be more enriching platform for the collaborative learning and networking. We encourage active participation from each and everyone. Thank you. I invite to introduce all the panelists.
Good morning to one and all present over here. My name is Nitte School, and before the discussion starts, I would like to introduce our panel member. So coming to our first panel member, Sachin Pandit sir, who is an HR VP at G4S company. Sir has a professional experience in human resource working in large businesses in both manufacturing and manpower industry. He also has track record of building upright processes, integration of functions and teams to deliver to the growth of the business. Sir has expertise in employment laws, payroll, corporate governance, employee relations, cost management and business deliverables. We welcome you, sir. Operations, HRM, stakeholder management, learning and coding for about 14 years. Thank you for coming, sir. Now I would like to request Manohar sir to give the... Moving to our next panel member, Pankaj Sharma sir, Head HR Learning and OT at SCG Group. Sir has keen interest in digital AI and machine learning. He enjoys implementation of learning tools through LMS with efficiency. Sir conducted 250 plus classroom trainings and demonstrated personalized coaching to 270 managers. He developed CAST model for consistent development of talent pool. We welcome you, sir. Moving to our next panel member, Shubha Pandey ma'am, Regional Head HR BT at Promco Services Private Limited. Ma'am has 18 years of HR operations experience, specializing in business partnering, talent acquisition Prasad sir, Assistant Vice President HR at Niva Mumbai Health Insurance. Sir has 20 years of professional acumen in BFSI and IT sectors with proven capability to partner in creative value in high growth and complex environment with core competencies in learning and development, CSR, vendor management and organizational development. We are glad to have you, sir. Coming to our last but not least panel member, Manmohan Reddy sir, who is panelist as well as delegate of the entire discussion. Sir is CEO of Cronex Engineering and Pressure Vessels LLP. Also, sir is visiting faculty at NOSIP. We are happy to have you here as one of the panel members, sir. Welcome. Now, I would like to thank each of our panel members for taking out their precious time to be here on behalf of Anderson family. It's really an honor to have you all here, sir and ma'am. Now, I would like to pass it on to the discussion to the moderator of the discussion, Manmohan Reddy sir.
Thank you, everybody. Firstly, I'd like to take the privilege to welcome all the esteemed panelists here on behalf of the Nitte School of Management. Welcome you all, sir and madam. Also, I would like to heartily welcome my fellow faculties from NMIT MBA and the guests, also the students. A hearty welcome to you all. We are all here on this day to have a discussion on the crucial topic, preparing for the digital future, career building and upskilling for postgraduates. This topic is definitely in need of the hour, right? Because we are all on the brink of a new digital age that is transforming our work life so drastically. To give you a small example, the work from home concept. For the last few years, I would say that for the last 4 or 5 years, it's become very rapid, right? That was not there before, say, a couple of years, 10 years or 15 years before. The concept of work from home was very minimal for all the employees or even for the employers, right? But with the introduction of new technologies and with the current age of technology innovation, we all are in the capacity of working from home, right? So the main agenda of this program is to speak from this point of view and understand from the panelists on how we can introduce technology and upskilling and capacity building on the postgraduates right from their college level itself, and how we are going to help them to become a better citizen and a better employee, right? So we have the HR leaders who are the leaders on the talent management aspect, who will be speaking about the skills needed for success, the new ways of learning and improving the skills, how to create the culture of learning, always learning at work, which is called continuous learning, the importance of collaboration between the colleges and the corporates. This isn't just about getting the graduates ready. This is about building the future. So now the discussion is open from the panelists. My first question to all the panelists here is regarding the general perspective on digital transformation. So, madam, so why is digital transformation crucial for the organizations in the context of HR? Why is? You can go on.
First thing I would like to ask you is, how many of you all out here are using a phone? Anybody who's not using a phone, then raise their hand. Who doesn't have a phone? Okay, I think it's one of this. How many of you all are using a old age phone and not a smartphone? Everybody's using a smartphone. So you're using everything for your shopping from your smartphone, that is your Amazon, Flipkart, or anybody who's never shopped on any e-commerce website? Who's never done any shopping from e-commerce websites? So everything that you're doing right now is going digital. Sitting at the click of your hand. So now that itself speaks on a larger way than why it is so important. Because you can see the reach of it. Right? The reach of itself is not even a single person this group is not using these platforms, maybe the e-commerce or a smartphone. So that itself speaks that why it is important. Now how it is important, I think the rest of the panel will also help with that.
Yeah, so to add a few things, why digital transformation is required. Like as an organization, we always believe to reach the customer, right? To give that experience of wow, or to minimize the cost, to bring more revenues to the organization, the digital transformation happens. Like, this change happens every year. Like, the basis the experience what we have this year, right? When we go to the next financial year, next calendar year, we ensure that how better we improve ourselves. Like, what is that is required for our line of businesses? What is that is there? For example, we are doing health insurance, right? Right from inception of the sales to the renewals year on year. Like, there is a cycle. The entire chain of cycles we are digitalized. We have a number of partners, digital partners, at each and every stage, right from onboarding to policy issuance to renewals. We have different digital vendors who will cater to different requirements for us. So when I say the entire digitalization, so today if you look at our operations, earlier we used to have operations, back-end support. Today we don't have any operations. Even they are also into sales. They are also running for revenue generation. So if you look at the organizations are very much clear. Like, as we are from Nitte School of Management, we are very clear. Though we are an insurance company, we act like a more of an IT organization. It could be our sales. Today we can track our sales people where they are, what they are doing it, how much business they have done, how many logins they have done, how many customers they have met. Everything can be tracked. So it is all about productivity, it is all about profitability. You understood? So hence the digital transformation is required for us to transform the business, to transform the line of the processes that we have. So that the end customer, we are giving quick solutions, quick results, so that the customer is very happy. Today we have millions of customers, and since we are in the insurance industry, we need to ensure that we are doing claim settlements fast and furious. So we ensure that if you say, if I can tell you some of the numbers, in 30 minutes we do the cashless, wherever the corner of India is. How is it possible? For a customer, who is, his family is, someone is in hospital, in ICU, or whichever, we are doing the needful or we are doing servicing, just the click of a button, within half an hour, his claim is taken care. So it is all because of digital, it is all because of IT, right? To ensure that, the organizations are profitable and productive. That is what my take is.
Go ahead.
No, I totally agree on your point, sir, because digital transformation is definitely affecting all the industry, especially the insurance sector, right? Renewing an insurance has become very, very easy, right? I've been renewing whatever the insurance is, whether it's a motor insurance, or life insurance, or health insurance. Renewal has become very easy, right? With the click of a button, you don't even have to talk to an agent these days, right? So it is definitely impacting.
So the entire purpose of digitalization, especially insurance, because I can connect with them, I've worked in insurance for a very long time. The entire way and doing the digitization, the end user, that is the customer, like you and me, has got a reduced premium of around 30 to 35% because of eliminating the entire middle process. The entire process of the branch managers or the channel line managers, the broking firms or the agents has reduced the entire cost of insurance by 30 to 35% for the end user. So the insurance, if I would have bought somewhere down the line in earlier years, but today there's a lot of difference in the entire premium cost as well. So at the end of the day, and my reach is to the masses. My penetration is huge because when I'm reaching to the masses. So the cost of operations, the cost of entire sales has reduced as well.
So let's make it more interactive, right? Yes. Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Loudly say yes.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So you guys are so very, very energetic, Isn't it?
Yes.
How many of you go and scroll the reels on Instagram? Raise your hands. Okay, no, it's not a bad thing. If some people are thinking that's what, nothing wrong. How many of you go and watch videos on YouTube, shorts and the videos? Yeah. So wonderful. So that each and every minute, the 5,000 hours of content is pushed on YouTube. If you go to all these analytics of Instagram, YouTube, or any social media platform, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, and maybe the LinkedIn or Facebook, the content is huge. Now it's a flow of content. We need to be very, very specific what kind of content you would like to consume. And that's where the world and the technology comes into the picture, which says that the world is now an open school. You put the name of anything, whatever you wish to learn on Google, you will get thousands of the results there, isn't it? So if you are not there, so now the world is about the technology, about the capability building and the usage of technology is huge. My thing is that. And we are sitting in this premise of this lovely institute Nitte, thinking about that I will complete my HR MBA, I will complete my marketing MBA, this and that. I think we are much restricting ourselves. Now, what is the benefit of using of all those technologies? If you are good into this, the using how to use this technology and become more friendly towards the technology. By the way, the generation, millennials and the Gen Z, they are much far ahead as compared to us. There's a group called the millennials, right? One of their habits, they are much faster as compared to the what?
I would say this generation.
I'm understanding. So their capacity, their ability to learn. For me, I'm sitting on my laptop and putting something. My daughter comes to me, Papa, why are you going so wrong? There is a shortcut to it. I understood the agility and the ability to adopt is much higher. My just only thing is, do not restrict yourself that once I complete my course, once I complete my curriculum and the year, then I will look for something else. Start doing now. This is the best time. Right, and many times the problem with us, not only with you, with all of us, that we have one of the biggest problem, which is the biggest hindrance in our growth and the future path. Can someone tell me what is the biggest hindrance? What is the biggest blockade? What is the biggest roadblock? Anyone? Start up. Yeah.
Lack of confidence.
Lack of confidence is very good. Very nice. Any other thing? So let me share with you. What you said is absolutely right. Another thing is we have the problem of self-doubting. We feel that what other people will feel. Forget about this. What other people will feel. Yeah. If you are thinking about doing something, let's do it. Forget about. हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि हम भी ये सोचेंगे कि वो क्या सोचेंगे तो वो क्या सोचेंगे. World is moving. Forget about break about all those barriers and just do it. If you would like to put a content on YouTube, make a brilliant content. Do not think about that I do use this grammatically correct language, this language. I am not very good looking. I am not very camera friendly face or whatever it is. Forget about all this. Just make a content. Just put your thoughts on the LinkedIn. Just draft a very small brief paragraph and put it over there. Now the advantage of today's time is you can have a huge reach. Are you understanding? You need not to wait like earlier time, there was no mode of communication. Now the moment you push the content, there will be a lot of viewers are looking for some same content. So do not restrict, do not bind yourself, do not rope in yourself with such kind of thoughts and go beyond that. And you will see the world is much beautiful. You may not know what kind of career you may have. I did my master's in biology, in botany. I did my PG in botany. I do not know what is botany is doing in my career now. Believe you me, there are so many engineers out there, they forget engineering, except engineering, they do everything else. Yeah. and many more. So your education is one part, but apart from your education, what all the skills you build in, that's the thing that will give you a lot of leverage. You know this word and terminology called leverage? Yeah. So today possibly I may give you a lot of repository to learn, right? A lot of resources to learn where you can go and learn about. Read about Naval Ravikant. You heard about this name, anyone? No, he talks about, he is the one who is having the highest number of followers on Twitter, X. Yes, he is one who talks in Silicon Valley about all the technologies. Yeah, he is an entrepreneur, he is having huge assets over there. He wrote a lot of books also. Yeah, so read about him, he talks about leverage. Today's leverage is the technology. And this is what, which we are going to be further sharpening and further, improvising day by day. It is improvising, isn't it? Now we have generative AI. How many of you are there on this, putting up generative, prompt engineering and getting a lot of results on the one end? How many of you have used?
Apart from ChatGPT, what all you have used?
Black box.
Good.
Yeah, so if you have not used, please start using it. This is for us only. Consume this. Do this. Are you understanding? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
So there are 5-6 people standing on the seashore and they are watching other people who are enjoying the sea. They are swimming, doing this, and do not sit on the bank and on the corner. Just go and jump, enjoy this. I think life will be much, much beautiful and you can share your own experience with the world. Right? That's all. Let's move on.
Yeah, to add on, I want to add in, here we have a combination of operations, HR and
Yes,
finance.
they are
right?
all first year MBA students. So
First year.
yes, they are mixed specialization students. Finance, HR, marketing.
Finance, HR, marketing.
Yes.
These three are how many lecturers? Others are students. Wonderful. I have a small gift for 3 of you. If at all, whoever is very interactive and asks questions. So just to make you, I would say, productive in a span of 30 or 40 minutes. So please, I'm not a lecturer, but I'm again repeating this, be attentive. Okay, so see, I come from this background, which is wonderful, which is HR. How many of you from the HR? Please lift your hand completely. Be proud that you are doing your HR. Because I'm an HR, so, or rather all of us have done the job in HR, right? Yeah.
Or we can ask
So
the
there
question, how
are
many of
first
them?
semester students.
First semester.
First
They
year
need to take a
students.
decision.
They go into specialization when they come to the.
So only 2 of you will be doing, 3 of you would be choosing HR. How many finance? Wonderful. And
Marketing.
marketing. Is it a combination or it's one choice? Sorry?
You have specialization.
Fine.
So marketing plus HR. That's quite interesting.
Wonderful.
We have 5 specializations.
So they can make a choice of any 2 specializations. So the marketing, what is the other choice that you would like to have?
Supply chain.
Analytics.
Supply chain management.
One chair. How many supply chain? Okay.
Business and
Excellent. Okay, great. That's fair. The analytics part. This is very interesting because as an HR, yes, analytics go hand in hand. In fact, in any field, whether it is for your finance, operations, sales and marketing, every person or when you're scaling up, we are talking about scaling. So here we are also to discuss what exactly is required to upskill yourself. Right? Since you all are in the first year, you have it's a 2-year program, right? Yeah. So you have another year to go. Simultaneously, what is it that what else is required for you all to upscale yourself? As HR learners over here, or to an extent we are learning on a daily basis, we don't call us as perfectionists because we are not. We have learned that during our careers, I'm sure everyone would say yes to me. So every day it's a continuous learning. What is it that as upcoming buddies and upcoming graduates or PGs, you all have to concentrate on is having the enthusiasm or having that passion to do or to follow what you have in your mind. That is very, very important. Mr. Pankaj asked you all a question. What is important? What is it that you require? What is that one skill? Maybe I would add on to it, what are those 2-3 skills that is required for any upcoming or budding PGs to look in for. You have passed your graduation and you have chosen the PG. Well and good, your initial undergraduate might be a B, or you might come with any other non-B graduates also. What made you choose MBA? You would have some passion. Maybe this is where I want to go. This is what I'm aspired for. So please learn that part. Showcase that. And how do you showcase that? By being a part of the current trend. What is the current trend? How do you analyze that? That comes into analyzation. Create that challenge, 1% challenge per day. I repeat this. In fact, I tell my daughter who's pursuing her architecture in an esteemed college or university. She's She's in her 4th year now, it's a 5-year degree program. From her 3rd year, I made her realize that how important LinkedIn has become. Maybe I felt that I'm late, but at least I made her realize when she entered into her 3rd year. So you guys, I'm sure instead of Insta, you all answered, everyone has, including us, we raise our hands. Insta, YouTube. What is the other part that we're looking for to capture that information? What is required for you to upskill? In a span of a click, you complete your next 1 year. What is next for you? This time is not going to come back. So your passion, your time management skills, your confidence, self-confidence, okay, and what will lead you to that? Be available in various forums, take part in various, be a part of your online, YouTubers, who give you knowledge, who share knowledge. Be a part of that. It's not that you cannot, sit with the HRs or sit with the technology specialists. You cannot sit. Everyone has a chance to sit alongside with the industry professionals. And you all are the youth. We look upon you. So you are the future generation. What is it that is required for you to get prepared? One is your digitization to have that capability, and how do you foresee that? Your data visualization, your data analytics skills, and what are your search options? Not only your buddies, giving a click, giving a like, but also like articles. Read articles on LinkedIn. We have wonderful LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a wonderful platform. I'm not here to market LinkedIn, but that has really geared up many freshers. I have approached many freshers, quite a few colleges in the south, because I take care of the south region here. The one drawback that I see is the freshers of today, I'm not naming anybody, please don't get me wrong, but we would also say yes for that. Everything you need in a span of, close your blink of an eye, you need everything ready. What do you mean by that? Whether it is in your home or your college or when you're with your friends or when you go out. Why? Because you know that the trend has improved. Everything is in the click of your system or your laptop or your mobile. So how do you again utilize this to upgrade yourself what matters to you? Because you don't have time. Let us start. When you have something, when Nitte, such a wonderful university, has given a chance. I have done my homework by going through your, all the forums and all the delegates who you all for so many years. For your alumni, people who have passed out from here and gone, who works with good BFSI, especially because I'm only approaching Axis and Barclays or JP Morgan. They have been placed in such companies. What was it for them that took them to reach there? Do that learning. Be a part of your alumni group. What is it that you can access, what information you can access from them? Be in touch with them. Today you are here for the 2 years, all of you work together, you study together, you go on a tour together, you understand each other. What next? See, it's a small world. You have to be in touch with each other. That is what digital would take you. So your Insta or FB should also enable you to be in touch with each other, because you can't say in the technology today I might be in this company, tomorrow the company might throw me out. But I should not lose my heart, because I know I have done my homework, and what is my homework? I should be at par with the other industry. I should be at par of what exactly is needed to upgrade my skills. So I should have done that when I had completed my MBA way back. But that time, unfortunately, we did not have all this. I come with 19 years of industry experience. But maybe I was very excited when hotmail.com was there, or MS Office, or Tally was around. Because I come from BCom and MBA background, it made us so excited. Now, there is hardly anything which excites you. Because Insta is very free, it's open, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Every small bacha knows about Insta, every small child. What is it that you have to showcase yourself different? So I think that draws down to where should I means you all, have to upskill yourself. What takes you? What attracts you? What encourages you? What motivates you? It might be right from your lecturers, it might be your guest lecturers, your ongoing lecturers. Talk to them, because they are the people who have they make a part, they either break or make your career. Even as HRs, we believe that. And we will not break anybody's career, it only depends on the management. Okay? are wonderful people who have the ability to, to learn, to unlearn and to relearn. Because we do that ourselves. I have unlearned my own skill which I learned 10 years back because it's no more important. I have to see that I am at par with the industry, I am at par with each of them who are sitting here. If I, as who's crossed my 45, has that, or we have that, I'm not sure about the age, I'm sorry, but I'm above 45. So, okay. So I still believe every day is a learning. You all have lots of years to do. So please encourage yourself, challenge yourself. That is the first thing I would say to answer this question, which is required. If you challenge yourself, your self-confidence will increase. Talk. Make a small group. Use your Insta, use your YouTube. Make your own channel. Make your own small group. Make a WhatsApp group. Have forums like this. You three sit here and address your own friends. What is talking about? Use that and then post that, as he said.
So let me share with you in line with what Madam will share. One of the very useful things. Would you like to learn? Say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
Raise your hand. Say I want to learn.
Yes.
Say it loudly. I want to learn.
I want to learn.
So whatever group Madam was, she just shared with you. These groups are already existing on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is already having a facility. You will find a lot of groups. So just put the name of the topic and you will find the brilliant minds are already there. Learn from them. Make group, introduce yourself. Right? This can change your fortune. This lovely, beautiful gadget which can change anything and everything for you. Believe me. Yeah. So it has so much of power. It is, the moment this came into the existence, it is going to become a smarter day by day, isn't it? Yeah. What not is available here? Sir was talking about the online order and everything is there you can do with this. What Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, what not you can access. But the important thing is when there is so much of flow of information, what to access, that's the important thing. You need to be very, very choosy. All marketing people raise your hands. Marketing people raise your hands. Finance people raise your hands. Finance people raise your hand fast. Okay. If you are in finance, if you are in marketing, if you are in HR, forget about it, whatever year you are. I am in first semester, second semester, I have just started, I have the room, I have just forget about all those things. She shared one of the very good things about analytics. If you are in marketing, find out 5 marketing strategies and the companies, Indian companies or multinational companies, those really implemented and what are the flaws are there. Some companies, their strategies are very, very successful, isn't it? Yeah. Some companies, in spite of having everything, they are not so successful. Do this study, put this case study, put it, in the format of draft and the other things. Put it on the LinkedIn. Discuss in your internal forum. Show it to your professors and your teachers, and take their, opinion on this and publish it. Who is stopping you? Are you understanding?
Yes.
The important thing is, do you have that inclination and do you have that interest of doing this? If you are able to do this, you are much, much ahead about as compared to any other students of any college, any university, or even your own university. Yes, no?
Yes.
That needs some pain. You need to wake up till late night, you need to do some research, you need to find out some more people for some interviews and then push it. Isn't it? But if you are able to do this, the analysis and the report and everything, you will be known in the industry. From the first year of your college itself. You did not wait for I complete my graduation and post-graduation and my MBA, then I will be going to apply more. Get ready for tomorrow's job. This is the time. Are you understanding? Yes, no?
Yes.
Do this.
Let me give you a little insight that we all are HR, we all have taken campus interviews. All of us have taken multiple campus interviews you have taken. When everybody is coming with a degree, then your degree with us, don't mind the fraternity, so let me be just very honest, then your degree is just a piece of paper for me. Because everybody out here is an MBA. How do I distinguish between a degree when I'm doing a campus interview where I'm interviewing almost 60 to 80 people minimum in a campus interview, and I only have 2 positions to fill. Is your degree making a difference out there? No. It is a pedigree that is making a difference out there. In that, what you have learned which is not in the book, what is the edge that you carry from other people who are there in the same
college, what is the edge that you carry? It may be edge of communication, it may be an edge of presentation, it may be an edge of the tech, or it may be an edge of any extra courses, certification, or events or things that you have done on your own. It could be creating a new platform, creating a new tech, doing some research, thesis. As we're talking about, it is just proved that 81%, I was just going through some data actually, while we were doing our studies, 81% of the people while buying anything, they go on Google or any search engine basically to see what are things that are available and where they are available. 70% of that traffic is on Google. Out of the 81% search, 70% of the traffic is on Google. Now you can imagine how much is the traffic on Google. India itself is a 1.3 billion people nation. And whenever you want to buy anything, the first thing we do is search on Google. How many of you all would have done a comparison between a Flipkart and Amazon before buying anything? Most of you all, that is a research that you guys are going to save that 100, 200, 500 rupees. Guys, it's a career out here. It's going to be like worth a lot more. Many of you all are going to be the future entrepreneurs or future Flipkart and Amazon guys as well. So invest on yourself first. And that extra pedigree is required for you to take the notch above.
Just to add a few things, if I take this topic, if I divide it into 3 parts, right? One is for postgraduates, again upskilling, second one, and third is digital formation. If I divide it into 3 parts, let's put some questions, right? For the postgraduates, what next? Like she said, right? Like, I interviewed a lot of students who have come to the office, they have joined, they started their career, but confused. First thing is, friends understand, clarity of thought is required. Whatever you do, see today, I'm very quick, agile, why? Because I have a lot of clarity, what is that I want. If I go back 20 years back, I don't have. Right? 20 years back, the kind of opportunities we have is nothing, okay, only few. But now we have plenty of opportunities. Right? Don't go by what your friend is telling, don't go by what your parents are telling, role models are telling. Please understand, your interests are different, your hobbies are different, and your career is different. Believe me, career is it is not because of somebody else. Right? Itna pyar hoga, utna career acha hoga. And more than that, once you have this postgraduates, right? Because when I am telling clarity of thought is, students comes to me, employees comes to me who are freshers, whom we recruit. Sir, I want to change this job, I want to go to some other location, I want to change this channel. Because they are driven by people around them, they are getting influenced by others. People, people who are other companies, their own friends. They motivate them, they instigate them, they provoke them, and they take decisions. Sir, I want to resign, I want to move, I want to go somewhere else, I want to go for further studies. So what is happening is, you are not creating a stable career for you. You require a foundation. If your foundation is good, right? Let's say, first 5 years, you will build a great career for you. If your foundation for first 5 years is shaking, 1 year here, 6 months gap, then again doing something else, then you are killing your career. Please understand this. Second, building capabilities or whatever, upscaling or rescaling, whatever you say, why it is required. Right? Please understand why it is required. It is because you need to create your own place in the organization. Today, we recruited young leaders. Let me do 61 people are recruited. We have given 9 months of time for them to shape. Okay? And after that, they deliver as a managers. We are giving straight away as a managers. Actually, it takes 10 years time to be a manager in insurance company. Ask him. Okay, we are giving straight away manager position with the team. But there is a 9 months vintage for them. We are training them. We are also there to make you a better human beings. But please understand, the future is not the present extinction. Right? There are a lot of tangible things are there, a lot of intangible things are there which you need to understand. When I say building capabilities, tangible, your career prospects, your profitability, whatever. Intangible things, self-confidence. Getting my point? You will be more self-confident for your own self. That is required. Getting my point? And digital future. What do you mean by digital future? Whatever your future is there, you require both hard skills and smart skills. soft skills, whatever it is. You know, 5 things which is very much important. I tell to my kids also. One is communication. You know, don't be under the assumption. You know, you always either miscommunicate or no communication. You are chaos in your personal life also. You just see your personal life. The same thing you will attribute to your future also. Communication is key for your success. Understood? Second is your analytics. I also already said analytics. You need to know the numbers. You know, many of the students who comes, they don't understand what is what. You know, they don't able to figure it out what is what. Third one is your growth mindset. You need to have, people will tell you, they direct you, they do this, do that. Okay, people will provoke you, but you need to be rational. Getting the point? You should not provoke by, you should not go by whatever others are telling. You need to apply your own mind and stick to that. So you need to have that growth mindset as one of your key skills. And the fourth one is your relationships. Whatever it be the case, if you are not having good relationship with your manager will tell you, he will yell at you, he will use all languages. Let me tell you, he will do everything except the physical thing, you know. He will do everything. Okay, do this, do that. You need to be ready. Say yes to that. Any opportunity that comes to you, you need to say yes. Until unless it is not harming your values, but until then, you need to say yes attitude. And the fourth one important is your stakeholders. If you are not having a stakeholder connect, let me tell you, be it whatever position you are, okay, you know, stakeholder management has to be there. Your customers, your agents, your leaders, your suppliers, your everything you need to have good relationship, be humble. If you are not having these 5 skill sets, you know, which is very crucial for your success, you know, believe me, right? Even here also, you need to maintain good relationship with your teachers. So you agree? Even with the security guard. If the security guard decides, we all, we can't even hear, right? I was smiling to the security guard. So I was introducing myself, right? So you need to be humble. So when you maintain that stakeholder, you know, you will be successful. So these are the 5 things that you need to take care of. Okay.
Okay, so
Probably I think, we discussed a lot, sorry. Even along with Mulmo, I was just trying to moderate on that part. So, sorry to cut you short. In case you want to add on something?
No, I just wanted to give them some resources to learn. Once you finish, then...
Yeah, please.
Okay, you have pen and paper or something you would like to note down on your mobile? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. So, note it there. Number 1 name, Mr. Dr. Gary Vaynerchuk. Garry, Gary, and then V for V. V for when? Gary V. Yes, number 1. Now you can watch him on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere he is there. Second one is Naval Ravikant. I already shared with you. If you would like to learn about marketing, HR, finance, anything, Naval Ravikant. Another one is read the case studies presented. One of the best case studies presented by the Think School. Ganesh. Think School. THINK. Think SCHOO. Think School. Next one, learn on YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn the post by Ishant Sharma, ISHA and Ishant Sharma. Okay, right? And more than this, are you there on Twitter? X. How many of you are there on Twitter? In Twitter, you will find a lot of threads are there. You understand the meaning of threads? It's a sequence and a series of information over there. You will find, world best cream of the cream people are there on Twitter. Yes? Or X. Yeah. So learn from those all threads these people are making over there. You will going to even with these threads will be so useful to you. You can make even the entire presentation out of it. Yes. I also write a lot. I think all the panelists must be having their own way of presenting something on LinkedIn or other. Follow them also in your own social media. I also write a lot of articles, especially on LinkedIn. You will find it is all about the organizational development, structure of the organization, structure of HR and other the processes. Watch there. I also conduct one of the podcasts on every Saturday. And these podcasts will be the best minds of the country, India and the international. Some of guests are there from US and some other countries also. So this podcast name is called the Let's Talk Show. Let's talk show. So they share about, the beauty of this, they share about their entire life experiences within concise of that maybe 40 minutes or 50 minutes. So you can have a learning of someone like Sudha Murthy is coming and sharing about, and Narayan Murthy is coming and sharing about their own entire life journey within the concise of 30-40 minutes. That kind of podcast will be very, very helpful. What are the turning points of their life which really made them to start this company or that company or this job or anything? This all you can learn. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no? So I have given you the resources. Now your job is to do the research, go deep dive into that and learn and make notes. Make notes. It's just not only the listening of the podcast. Make notes. What are the useful things which you will be able to implement and implement. There is principle called 70, 30 and 10. You know about this? 70, 20, 10. You know about this? Yes, no? So learn this on social media. Put it on Google. Isn't it? Something called 80-20. You know about 80-20? You don't know? Yeah, come on, don't tell me. You don't know? This is called the very famous principle, Pareto principle. Yes? So learn about this. These are the basics. And Madam has used one of the very good things that is called the learning on the job. There is a lady called Jane Hart in London. She runs there the School of Excellence. Right? This is a 78 years old lady. She has given the word and the terminology into entire corporates that is called workplace learning, WPL. Learn about, write the name of Jane Hart, Jane, Jane Hart, right? And she is very, very commendable lady. You can learn many things from her, right? That is called workplace learning, WPL. So whatever the qualification, whatever the learning you have here, that is okay. But the important thing is the learning which you acquire once you are there in the ecosystem of an organization. That is called the workplace learning, which you learn from your peers and your subordinates and your juniors. So that is called WPL. Okay? And stay in touch, right?
How many people are doing supply chain management out here?
Not yet.
Supply chain management, logistics, in case you want to go. So I'll just give you a little insight. I was heading in HR for 5 years. For 2 years I was heading the HR for the biggest CFS. If you know, what does the CFS mean if you're doing logistics? Container freight station. I was heading the HR for the biggest CFS of India, which is called Navkar in Mumbai, JNPT port, which is again the busiest port of India. It has 50% of the total trade that happens in India happens from JNPT port. Okay, 50% of the total trade in India. There are around some 50 ports in India, including the Adani, Mundra, and all these ports, the Chennai port. But 50% of the trade that happens in JNPT. Nhava Sheva was close to port. I was heading the HR for them. I was heading HR for one of the German-based company called Dreams Logistics. I was heading the India HR for them. Has around 70 branches, 2,000 plus workforce, white collar and blue collar. If you're looking into supply chain, can you tell me what are the different logistics when you look at it as a very large term? Logistics is huge. What are you looking at in that logistics? Have you figured that out? Okay, let me give you a little brief in that case. If you're looking at logistics as a career, there is road transport. Don't think road transport is gone. Nowadays there's a truck driver who drives the truck and there's a road transport. Those days are gone. Road transport has become much larger from that. Okay, I know companies, a small name I will give you a Bengaluru based or a Karnataka based company called VRL. Have you heard about this? Yeah, it's a local, right? I happened to meet the owner of VRL just 2 weeks back in just one of the social functions itself. Read his journey, how he started to where that person is today if you're looking at logistics as a career. Okay, more than 2,000 buses as of today. He didn't start with buses, let me tell you that. Trucks. Started with trucks.
I'm from that part of, Karnataka, so...
Okay.
So, you just got to the...
Yeah, I went there with okay, started with water. Look at logistics. Then have you heard about something called as B2B and B2C in logistics? What is B2B? Okay, don't give me logistics, give me example what do you mean by that. Please don't give me the book jargon. Counter, this book jargon will not be used much in the practical life. Some will be used, majority of them will not be used. So you need to know what is outside that book. Okay. B2B businesses, when I am doing the logistics space I'm talking about specifically, when I'm doing a business with another corporate and I'm not looking at the end consumer. When you're looking at end consumer, you have your Flipkart end delivery courier, you have Amazon end delivery courier, or any parcel that is coming to the end user. When you look at a B2B, it will be more like a business to business, where I'm picking up or storing material for the business and going to deliver there again to the next is business only. It's a bulk cargoes, bulk shipments, and not a retail parcel of courier or something like that. And that comes under the warehousing and supply chain portion of the people that follow that. There is air and ocean. Have you heard about it? How your international couriers, air transport and ocean transport happen? 70% of the trade happens on air and ocean. Are you aware about that? There are ships, cargo ships, which can take 9,000 containers at one single stretch. Each container can weigh up to 40 tons. That's the maximum capacity that they have. Learn about that and how this entire trade works. Then when you go in deeper, you learn about trade routes. Then what are the trade routes, what are the trade lanes, and this all are geopolitical. Okay, when you look at air and ocean specifically, these all things are geopolitical. So you need to learn about those things as well. Not just about learning about that this ship goes from here to here. No. How does the trade route work? Why are we looking at the ship? Why not an air? Right? What is the difference? Why not a road? Why not a rail? Okay. And then there's something called as customs. That also becomes a part of logistics as a trade. Custom brokerage, custom houses. Gone are the days where you used to have the individual agent who will come and say, I'm a custom broker. Now there are big corporates out there and giants out there. You know the logistic industry, how much they have grown in the last 4 years since COVID? Have you done any research before thinking of your career out there? See, this is what is required. Okay, not just your degree, as I said, your degree is going to be a piece of paper if you don't do anything more than that. The last 4 years, every logistics company that you name, DHL, Blue Dart, FedEx, whatever my old company called Renus Logistics, they've grown 4 times in the last 4 years. Okay. There are multiple reasons for it. One, the cost of logistics. You must have seen last 2 years, everything has become expensive. Your cars have become expensive, your bikes have become expensive, everything around you has become expensive. You know why? Because logistics has become expensive. In 2018, I used to ship one container from India to Dubai in 9,000 rupees. As of today, I am paying around 32,000 rupees for the same container. That's the cost of increase in logistics. Don't you think that will impact everything else? So you need to, when you're looking at a career or a business or an option like that, you need to study that what are the things that impact, and not just I've done how to do a warehousing planning. There are container warehouses, there are pallet stacking, there are godown stacking, there are different kinds of warehouses. If you ever happen to go to an opportunity, there's a place in Bombay called Bhiwandi. Okay, the entire stretch of around 50 kilometers out there is full of warehouses, and there is not a single company in existence in logistics in India which does not own a warehouse in that particular location. It has warehouse parks, it has logi parks. There are more than 40 logi parks in that location. So you need to think bigger and broader when you're looking at logistics space. Then some of you all are doing finance. Right? How many of you all are doing finance?
Or interested to
do finance.
Yeah, or interested to
Okay, people who are doing finance, who are not doing finance, I would say finance by default becomes a part of your life. If you're doing HR, finance is a part of your life. Count on me, we work on numbers day in and day out, more than the people. I think, say 50% of the time I look at people, 50% of the time I look at numbers.
Yes.
By the end of the day, we all work on budgets. I can't just not go random hiring to the entire class. I can't give random increments to the entire class or all the masses that I have people. We can't do that. By the end of the day, there is a number. So you need to ensure that you look at numbers. Marketing guys again. We want to do the best campaigns. You know why the best campaigns fail? Because they don't consider the budget in mind.
Sorry to interject in between, but what do you feel which would be the best area? Because these are students, and as HRs, what do you propose the students should opt for? Which of the fields they should opt for?
Okay.
Now the challenge for them is because now I need to see how many people are responding to our questions, because they are just in the first year or the second year.
Most of the students they opt for to pass the exam. Okay. For example,
And this is this way to
the
finance.
best combination is marketing and HR. The best combination. Where you can pass the exams and
fact is that we always like there is a opportunities earlier to now. Okay, now we have good number of opportunities. If you just see simple
competition is growing, sir. Opportunities are there, but competition is growing. Right.
No,
So in that
competition
case,
is
what
growing.
happens is, see, we have to balance both the things. See, if you are competitive enough, you will grow. Or what happens in almost your career is stagnated there. You will never go beyond that. Okay.
See, any company for that matter, they want talent to that so that they whatever the strategies are there, the vision is there of the organization is taking place. Right? For example, in my company, we have a vision. We want to be a 6,000 crore company by this March end. 11,000 crores by 2027. So we have vision, right? So to take place that vision, who will take place? Only people will take the right the number, and whatever the methodology we adopted so far, that will not give you success. We need to have different approach, different methodology, different talent. So instead of taking the talent from market, we are making talent. We are creating a talent. So it is all about your attitude for the future. If you have right set of attitude, right, whichever the field you are having, don't get what your friend next to you. Don't what your parents are telling. No, just go whatever you are good at. What is it you are best at? See, let me tell you. I started my career in marketing. I was just there for only 3 months. Then I decided, oh, this is not my cup of tea because I was in sales. I love traveling, but sales requires the kind of a language and I don't know this bahana, gehana, and all. I'm very direct, very direct. I'm very approachable. I'm very, taking, my personality is different, my thinking is different, I have my own values. 3 months, I figured out, I'm not good for sales. And immediately shifted. Thanks to Satyam, they recruited me as HR, and I just jumped it. Okay, so this is how your value systems are. For example, if you are in the value system, like if you take finance, tell me, only finance will not give you any opportunities. Let me take you. You need to be a CA, ICWA, you need to do a lot of other financial courses. Getting my point? Why should I take it? Why should I hire you finance guy? Right? The number of opportunities in finance, HR are very minimal. Let me tell you, I will not take HR anybody rather than unless my team member is resigning, and that too if resigning, I will recruit my own references because I want a S person rather than a no person. Getting my point? I don't want anybody, HR positions, finance positions, everything gets closed within the circle only.
And the attrition rates are very low in these two positions. HR and finance, the attrition rate are the lowest. Sales, the attrition rate are the highest. So you will always get a job in sales.
That is what. See, you need to understand which career you are going. Finance alone will not give you anything. You need to ensure that you need to club with other certifications, other subjects. HR, yes, other than HR, you need to be good in analytics. Let me tell you. From good courses, from whatever, XLRI, whatever you want to do, please do that. That will give you edge over. Please, it is only the talent that differentiates, nothing else. Moreover, it creates your own space. For example, I just tell you, when there's mergers and acquisitions are happening, right, in my own industry, mergers and acquisitions are happening, so many people have resigned and left, they know that the acquiring company will come and they'll ask us to leave. But your growth mindset, I stick to that company. When my other company is acquiring me, I will stick to that company. I was doing courses. I was building rapport with my CHRO. Right? I was building rapport. I was sharing, I did OD certification, beyond unit certifications. I was sharing all those my learnings. And she was asking, sir, what did you learn new things? What is this certification is all about? So, madam, this is what, So I was creating, and she created a role for me in Mumbai to come over there. It is an HR sandbox, a role. And I went to Mumbai. Thanks to my counterpart in my own organization, she resigned. So she told me to go back. So that's how I created my own space in the organization during these mergers and acquisitions. Because of the mindset. Understood? Because I created my own niche with skills, which is required for me. Yeah, I spent lakhs, but for me, to get that self-confidence. Getting my point? You need to have that self-confidence. For that, you need to spend. Remember, today you are here because you have invested money. You agree? Today you are sitting because you invested some X amount of money for your MBA, graduation, 10th class, PUC, whatever, right? The same investment will not give you to go to the next level. You need to do extra investment. You put your energy, you put your time, you put your cost, whatever. A lot of intangible things there, friends, which you will not know now, but maybe the confusion will be there. Right? Let me tell you, everybody will be having confusion. Nobody knows how to navigate further. Let me tell you. My own kids, asking my son, what do you want to do? He's engineering guy, he's going to engineering. I was telling him, Chandra, see, I don't know, I was just engineers, ISRO was going please. I want to do something else. And my son is a cricketer. He is very clear. Daddy, I want to be a cricketer. And he plays very well. Okay. So the thing is that clarity is there in one, there is no clarity in another one. He is confused. He is clear. Please understand that's how you lead your life. The one who has a clarity will make success. The one who doesn't have clarity. I am telling you now, I have my own experiences. What I want, I am very clear. That's how I run my teams. That's how I run my business. My business leaders, whatever is there, I want this to be done. And business is aligned. Whatever your beliefs are, everybody is driven by your own belief system, friends. Whatever you are running today, you are here because of your beliefs. If you are not getting the results, change your belief. Simple as simple as that. If you are not getting the result, please change your belief. Nothing else. It's very simple. You agree?
Sure. Let me add on something. Most of us as HR, we take HR interviews many times. And especially the young bloods when we have taken interviews, I ask them why you want to become an HR. The most ridiculous answer I get is, well, because I like talking to people. I said, I did today customer service or in a call center. I love people. I'm like, please join an NGO if you love people.
Exactly.
Or join a customer service or a call center if you like talking to people. HR not only, we are one of the most approachable at times and the most non-approachable people.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you become an HR, when you don't like people, you like people, it doesn't matter, you have to deal with them. Okay, so most ridiculous answers I've ever received in my life from the HR interview, especially when I'm hiring people from B schools or people with 1 or 2 year experience. Why I have chosen career HR? Because I love people. And I count on me after you become an HR, you not love people anymore. So, do you believe that why have you chosen a certain path? Or is there a doubt that you want to ask us that I have these 2 things, which one I should choose? Yes.
Please ask questions.
Please ask.
Yeah, please
Yes.
ask questions.
I have a hand raising.
Let it be silly, don't bother, just ask.
So I was a part of talent acquisition.
Okay.
And I worked for 1 year. I worked. So I just wanted to know, how can I upskill myself to get into operations, and how can I explore over there? I want to learn about L&D, I want to be a part of that, and I have to deep dive into HR operations.
I'll give you a very
definition? Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
What is your definition for operations and L&D? Is it 2 different or what is it?
It is interconnected.
Okay, how is operations then? You have 1 year with talent acquisition audit. You would have done some paperwork and with the candidates or your peers, your managers, right?
So I did my BA in HR. So I directly got into it. So I worked as a technical executive initially. So and a bit of deployment. So my company was a 2 service. So we were handling their HDFC or fintech. So I get to learn about technologies. That was the challenging part to me because I was totally into non-technical person. I don't know what is Java, what Python is. My learning towards technology was our biggest challenge. I literally took 3 months to learn how technology is, which are the databases are, and which are booming in tech world. Then in learning and development, I totally did work. I just know things like if developers want to get it, they want to ask.
I got a point. I'll just summarize. You are asking so many questions. Let me tell you. Most of the times when you're starting HR specialization, right? You slowly and gradually need to move to other departments. Okay, you can't do everything. Please, in a small setup, thanks to me, I changed my company. I got an opportunity to work in all the things. including L&D. I was heading L&D also. So what happens is that, when you want to be within the HR also you have different things. L&D or HR operations, HR, when I say HR operation, what is it you require to do? First and foremost, Excel. Okay, you should be very good in Excel, second is PPTs, because you will be presenting more, right? Third one is, yes, you need to know your, again, stakeholder management and relationship building. There are 3-4 things which is required for you to be successful. And L&D is something different. I think she will throw more light on that. L&D is more of learning. Like you need to learn first, right? You need to have the certifications first, so you teach further. So for that you need to understand the business. You need to understand the industry where you are working. Getting my point? And talent acquisition is all about your cultural fitment, your organizational fitment, your salary fitment. You will do that. Getting my point? For that you have your own agenda, your own ecosystem. For that again, talent acquisition, when I say, it is more to do with, it's not recruiting the bulk or filling the position. It is all about, are you closing the right person or not? Getting the point? So that is how the whole thing is.
Okay, so let me take a point here. What is your name? Harshita. Harshita, first of all, for everyone, if you are in the state of confusion, that's not a wrong thing, that's a wonderful thing. Confusion is the home for the clarity. Confusion is the home for the clarity. If you are there in the confusion, clarity will come from there only. There are 3-4 types of learnings in the overall space of learning. One is called V-shaped learning. Another one is called W-shaped learning. Third one is called the T-shaped learning. What is the meaning of this T-shaped learning? Am I audible to the last person?
Yes.
Am I audible to you? Yes. What is the T-shaped learning? Right? Let's understand this. T-shaped learning says that in the organization, if you are into human resource or finance or marketing anywhere, or any part of any of this department, learn about everything. Learn about finance, learn about HR, in HR learn about talent acquisition, HR DB role, HR generalist specialization, and the L&D role and operation and everything. Are you getting me? Everything. But being into all those, knowing about everything and go deep into one thing. And what is that deep going into that one thing? If really that learning and development really attracts you and you think that yes, you can do something about that, you are talking, go deep into that. And that's possibly will be helpful, this T-shaped learning, to find out your own calling and what should be my niche. What for I'm known in the industry or in my own organization. So that's possibly one of the way which will be very, very helpful for all of us. Hope you got some clarity. Yeah? So, but this is the question, wonderful question, thanks for asking, because not only you, I think when we were there at your place, we were also going through such kind of things. Yes, Rajiv.
So I tell you something, I started my career as the HR at the age of 30. Okay. And that was not by a choice. I was thrown into an ocean. There were only 2 options in life. Either you drown or you swim. I was a trainer before that. Okay. Like we were just talking in the English. But I was a trainer before that. For 5 years I've been a trainer. I started, if you ask me then how did I start my life, I started with media promotion and radio station. And then how did I end up here? Some career choices and some choices which were just given at time. Okay, simple, that's the way life works at times as well. So there's nothing what is a good choice or a bad choice. It's just something is called a good choice and a great choice. Is what I would call it life as. You started at TA, one of the most easiest way to get into HR is to get into a TA, as he said, because it maximum openings and the high pressure job is again a TA, getting a right candidate. Now getting a right candidate, most of the people say that I suppose a resume from Naukri, did a first level check, CTC, what is the CTC, what is the experience, what is A, what is B, what is C, what is the communication, done. No, that is not TA according to any of one of us here at least, right? Because when I look at a TA, I would look at, have you done as a TA, have you done the budgeting for it? Have you done the analysis for it? Analysis by default, you're doing sales, logistics, supply chain, finance, HR. You have to do analytics. I'm not saying that take a course of analytics, but you need to have an analytical mindset that I have a recruitment budget to hire. Can I hire every candidate from a consultant? No. Why? I'll end up paying a consulting fees. Every candidate from employee reference? No. I need to have a blend because I need to get some fresh ideas from outside market. Some people from employee level because the loyalty is very high. The individual already knows about the company culture, so the retention is high, better, or the dropout ratio is less. So I need to do a look at the dropout ratio, I need to look at the cost, I need to look at the budget, I need to look at the fresh mindsets. So as a TA, not my job to just close the position, I will look at the diversity, how do I close the position. As of today, we are fighting it hard because we want to include a further diversity. Our company is not planning to get into the plus community as well. And we want to look at expansion and that we want to hire people from that community also. One, as a social cause. Second, let's see what different diversity they would bring in. So we are looking at that option and last 3 months I've been researching into that particular exploration and how do I include them into my recruitment process and yes, I need to hire people from, we will talk 10 years back, we will look at women empowerment. Like, we had a challenge, especially in the logistics supply chain, I used to have a challenge, how do I hire a women employee in my logistics space. As of today, I don't have that challenge any further. If you haven't gone to the IKEA warehouse, 80% of the people working out there are females. 80%. And they have certain dedicated zones. If you go to Hyderabad IKEA warehouse, they only have females over there, 100% female operating. Entire back office, entire warehouse, wherein they are the crane operators, they are the forklift operators, they are the loaders, they are the unloaders. Can you beat that women could do that 10 years back? Hats off to them how they actually executed the entire plan. If you're looking at operations, most of you all feel that onboarding and offboarding is operations. No, you need to read law. If you're there in operations, payroll become part of it. You need to learn law. Compliance will become part of it. How many of you all have gone depth into reading the compliance? What is the CLRA Act? He would do it better than me. What is the CLRA Act? Because he reads it day in and day out in that part. What is the CLRA Act? What is the Maternity Act? What is the Factory Act? What is the Shop Establishment Act? Because as an operation, I will have people spread across the geographies, working into different workforce, and I'll have to have the laws, minimum wages, and everything in compliance with that. So that is something as an operation you will have to learn. If you take a step further, you go into IR also, managing factories and all, you will end up learning IR as well. Now most of you all have not heard about IR. It's an industrial relations, handling trade unions. Not only when you work for logistics or you work for CFS or manufacturing, you will have to deal with unions also. Not very easy to handle. You need to have the courage to go there, stand out there. Don't want to scare you guys off, but I haven't been to a situation where you must have seen the movies. I used to work in a container yard. So most of our containers yard you have seen movies, all the goons and all come out there. The locals will come out there, they put a strike, everything. I've seen that in my real life. I've seen 2 trucks coming from this side, 2 trucks coming from this side, where there are 2 local employees fighting. From 2 different villages, and there are 50 people fighting outside the office. Yeah, literally I've seen that in my life. So this is what you go through when you choose a career path. Not that I'm trying to scare you again, it was fun to be very honest. It was excitement because I was watching it for the first time, coming from a company like ICICI and Wipro. I never thought about all these things. But when I actually did on the ground with blue collars and all, this was something different.
And that's the right time to implement that.
Yeah, and that's the time, and immediately after 2 days I had to represent my company in the courtroom. I've never been to the court, and I have to stand in the witness box. I read entire 3 books of 200 pages in 3 days. I've never done that in my school or college. That's when the learning will come. So you don't think of a book, that book will give you the learning. Think of a career, what you want. And accordingly, there is no bad option as a career. As long as you are interested in it. My family first, I said I came from media, then my family wanted me to become a CA. There are 7 CAs in my family, except me. My uncle's son, my mama's son, everybody is a CA, except me. I did articleship based on my family. I went for 3 months. I was bored out to the core. I said, this is not me. They make more money. I am happy in my life. Okay. I chose my career. I made mistakes. I'm not saying that you will not make mistakes, but try and make as smaller mistakes as possible and as early in your life. Till the age of 30, I was okay to make mistakes. Then I still chose a career, and now I'm sticking to that career. I'm 40 today. Last 10 years I've been in HR, and count on me. If you're doing anything, do it best of your heart. Okay, then you give 100%. Even if you don't know to swim, take a life jacket and jump into the ocean. Count on me. The ocean deep down is beautiful. It's beautiful. If you ever get that opportunity, even if you don't know swimming, don't bother. You have a life vest. If you go to anywhere, they'll give you a life jacket and they'll give you a snorkeling kit. You just have to put your head down and observe the ocean. It's one of the most beautiful movies.
See, only one caution of this one is when you are jumping.
And I don't
when you're jumping to whatever is the wrong caution is, see that what to correct, what not to incorporate this. Okay.
As I said, I went with the life jacket. I don't know to swim, so I have to ensure that I go with the life jacket and not just blindly jump in. That someone else will save me. Nobody else will come to save you. As they say in the flight, right? Save yourself first before saving others. That's
So
it.
just to take it forward from here. So now the students have got a lot of gas, probably all the days. Now coming back to the institution, what do you think the institution they should be adopting? Because they need to make the students corporate ready when they are stepping out of these campuses. How do you feel the institution or the teaching staff they should equip themselves or the institutions or the students because end of the day it is you and me who are going to hire the students.
But it's a call people those things out of the box, those who implemented something what Rajiv has said. Yeah. So this is what institution need to bring in the people, the best minds in the of the industry in front of you and let them share. And we do not know what thought Rajiv has shared, what Deshpande Madam and Srinivas has shared, which clicked into you, which brings some chemical locha and some changes, chemical reaction changes into your mind and you decide, no, this is not my cup of tea, I need to do this, and you accelerate into that particular area, isn't it? So if you are reading a book is full of thoughts, isn't it? Written by someone. What thought really clicked in you and which brings lot of changes and then the perspective and the meaning and the people's own experiences and people more than the book, the people are the live books.
Yeah.
Are you understanding? So when he was sharing about the experience of world practice coming from that side and this side and I was presented something in the code in the witness box, you can visualize the things. Isn't it?
I am a shit scared.
Yeah.
Don't tell me anything wrong that I speak, next year the truck will come for me. And believe you me, they have actually walked into my cabin and told me that, sir, you're going to witness, you know who I am. It's too scary. So these are things I have.
As Prasad rightly said, what to speak, what not to speak, that is actually the future part.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
To add on whatever is asking, like what is the utilized to prepare yourself, right? What are the teachers? First thing, it has to be in different compartments. Okay. First thing is any organization which comes in, they'll have what is a pre-placement of, right? First thing, whether are you interested for the role or you're not interested for the role. First thing you decide that. First thing. Second thing, you need to understand the job description. What is your role actually? Please understand. You don't want gyanis. In the organization, a lot of gyans are there, a lot of strategists are there. Where will they come? We need execution specialist. Let me tell you very bluntly. We want execution. If I give you a task, it has to be over. Don't come back to me with the reasons. I also know reasons. If you want to come back with reasons, come with solutions. Number one. So you need to be clear what is the role that you need to do. First of all. Second, designations are same. Everything will remain the same across different industries. Different things are there. But at the end of the day, it is execution. Understood? Don't be at the high level that you are MBA from so campus. You need a cab, you need 3-4 people, you will be driving. No. Nobody will entertain you. You should be humble. You should be grassrooted so that you are there to execute things. Number one. Clear? Understanding the job description is key for your success. Role is key, and how you grow within the organization. What is the structure of the organization, the market, how they are doing it. Everything in pre-placement of the learning. First thing. Second, once you are understood from the role, second is the group discussions. Right? Today you need to understand what is going on in and around. About the subjects, about the politics, it could be COVID, it could be the industry specific subjects like if you ask me, I'll ask you healthcare. I'll ask you insurance by 2047 for everybody. I'll ask you all the things, technology and insurance. So many things I'll ask you about the insurance. So group discussion topics should be anything for that matter. You should be understanding what is going on in the world, in India, in and around. Second. Third one. When you go for the interviews or when you are coming for the campus placement, you should be very disciplined. well groomed. I see people, casuals, shirts, everything, very casual approach. Chalta nahi hai. You need to be very disciplined because that impression you are creating it. Let me tell you, recently I don't know the name of the university, we went, 100 people are there, we selected only 2, and those 2, good one, we selected out of 5. Finally we selected 5, out of that we have finally selected 2. Getting my point? So from 100 to 2, see the ratio, right? So that is how your journey will be from the campus placements. But before that, don't take things seriously, guys. Enjoy the process. Believe in yourself, right? If you enjoy the process, when you believe in yourself, things will automatically fall in place. Everything will fall in place. You will not take any stress. Let me tell you, if you do more preparation, more this one, you will become more consciousness. Understood? So you need to go with the flow. You need to believe in yourself. Okay? And all the things are required preparation. Right? And we need some serious guys because please understand, even if you are getting rejected, don't bother it. Why? Because you are good. But I am selecting a person, for example, I selected one person. Okay? The other person was very good, damn good. But he knows Kannada. For me, when I am recruiting somebody in Bengaluru, I need a local Kannadigas. I recruited because he is coming from Bharvard, he is coming from a particular place where it is useful for me. He is also very good, but he is certain part. But somewhere the things will mismatch. And hence I am not rejecting it. For small things we reject because we need the right fitment. And for that we should not get rejected or what is this here. I have told you, I felt myself when I got rejected from colleges when I went for the interviews. I went to travel all the way to Chennai for the interviews. I got rejected. I felt very bad. But later on, when I got the opportunity, I jumped it and I took the opportunity and I moved on. Understood? So it is all about mixed matches. But at the end of the day, you need to believe yourself. What will happen? Let me tell you. I always believe, even now, when I ever, whatever happens, it happens good for you. Whatever happens. If you are not selected, good. If you are selected, good. Understood? That is the only simple mantra you will follow. No hi-fi at all. Keep everything simple, guys.
How many of you are choosing finance? There's so many people. Why have you chosen finance? Because it's a high-paying job. You must have done some research, right? What has been your research before we did finance? Am I good at maths? Okay. Why did you choose finance? Family pressure? Or read good about the finance profiles? Everybody wants to become an actuarial when they become taking finance or an investment banker. Let me tell you, in the entire ICICI or Max, when you're handling insurance, out of the 15,000 employees that Viva has as a credential, somewhere around that, how many actuaries are there? 15? Around about 20. That's the only number. In the entire 15,000 people, there are 20-25 actuaries. Do we have investment bankers? We don't.
But we do the investment.
But they will invest in
the people can see
so venture capitalists, no. So 15,000 people, I will tell you 12,000 would be sales.
Yeah. Yes,
That's how BFSI also works. I work in ICICI, doesn't mean that I'm the finance guy or I'm the investment banker or I'm the actuarial or I'm having the niche portfolio. No. So 80% ratio which is there in any BFSI is sales. So if you've chosen finance, why have you chosen finance? You need to ask yourself that. Just because I want to get into accounts, sorry, then that's not finance. I would have done it after doing my graduation. Learning tally and doing an accountant job, I would have done after my graduation. I don't need to do an MBA for that. If you're doing an MBA, why are you doing? You should know it better.
Okay, so questions, if you have questions, please ask only questions, otherwise we are full of the things.
It's a never-ending topic.
Yeah.
We can go on
It's
and
your
on.
time to ask questions.
So I have one question from students' point of view.
Yeah.
So especially during the campus placement or during the interview, they feel so nervous, they feel so scared, maybe overwhelmed.
The people looking like me will definitely dream.
But that happens. He has
He is right.
I have an answer for that. That is a question.
So a lot of times some students have come to me asking that Mr. White, the company is coming, how should I address or answer them? What are the questions they want to answer? So what are the suggestions that
Yes, actually.
Right, I wanted to, yes, correct.
I have dealt with double-digit students when I take interviews, and I'm very passionate in recruitment, talent acquisition, development, and HR techniques. So it's my probably domain, I would say, the core domain, which I love to do. That's why I was very happy when HR students lifted their hand. Anyway, any person in this forum, every person has an HR within himself or herself. It's human resources, human centered. Okay, here the talk or what we should keep in mind when you are attending, or you will surely get the list of companies like this. So you have known the list of companies, which are the companies you need to face. How many technical panel or your HR panels will be there, or the management panel will be there. Analyze that. That again comes back to your analytics. Okay, so even in your first year, you have one more year to go. May I ask when are they eligible? Which month are they eligible to attend in?
there is
So how many months they are?
roughly 18 months.
10 months. Wonderful. We have a
Sufficient time.
very much sufficient time. So challenge yourself to analyze yourself, to talk to yourself. Please go in front of the mirror and do this alone. First start doing it alone. Stand in front of the mirror. Take questions on your own. Tell me about yourself is a basic, crazy question, I would say. Because I stopped asking them. I used to ask that a few years when I started my career as an HR. Now I do not. I walk the dog. I take them for a walk. My interviews are a little different. I made it different because I want to be with the Z generation or the current trend. We all do not like to sit in a place. For me, it is okay. Probably we are not nervous here, probably because we are kind of maybe used to dealing with people or talking to various mindsets of the people. It is how we kind of be calculated. We are calculated even then. If he did not welcome me as soon as I entered, or if the student coordinator did not get me to the right place, I would have been just wondering. So the HR or at MBA management student, it starts from there. Whom you deal with, what are the people, that is people skills for me. And how do you come out of that? So to be or to enable yourself to be not to get very nervous, cultivate that habit of talking to yourself first, understand yourself, what are your drawbacks, what are the extra skills that you need to learn. I'm not here only to market my company, I'm sorry, but this is the time wherein I have to talk about it because we are into pro scheme. It's known as pro scheme benchmarking. When I recruit anybody or when I take interviews, I ask them to apply or to upload their profile or a small summary about themselves in the link that I share with them. So our system, it's a patented pro scheme. You can probably browse through it. It's a trademark. And there we analyze the skills of the individual person. So what are the skills that we analyze? Your communication, your input, your interest level, what are the knowledge that you have gained from this institution. So it draws back to when we are studying, it is a knowledge that we gain. What do you do with your knowledge? You have to upskill. What do you do to upskill? You have to get digitized. You have to get, be good in learning, be good in communication, and start talking to yourself first, because if you do not love yourself, if you do not know yourself, you will not be able to face the people. Here the audience only, I would say 5-6 of them maybe spoke loud. It is a tone. You are ready to speak up, but maybe something is stopping you. You have to recollect where you went wrong, where did I go wrong, what was my pitch, where, do I know the subject. Now you know about the company, so you have to analyze what are the companies that you are going to take interviews. So do an R&D about the company first. Know the main person who runs the company. Okay, come back to LinkedIn. Search for people working in the company. I do this, believe me, I do that even today. It is less that I attend interviews now, but when I was attending interviews, I used to go back to the company, supposing say Capgemini. I enter the company name we have on LinkedIn or even on Google. Go to their company page. LinkedIn is wonderful. Please mark my words, friends. It is a wonderful platform to upskill yourself. Please do not leave. Hold it with you. Throughout your career, hold it with you. You have free fees over there, you have premium account over there. If you're, if you have that urge to, to pay on a monthly and, subscribe, please do it. Because you get wonderful courses, even your interviewing skills, how to attend an interview, how to talk, what are the, how you answer to common questions. Tell me about yourself. I am not interested to know that I am Soumya, I am Harshita, I come from this background. No, that is not the only thing that I want to know. I want to hear out that I am passionate about this, I have chosen this field, I hail from this country, from a beautiful place. I hail from India and I am an Indian. Then talk to me about that. That reflects my mind that you come from that culture. So I draw it down whether you are a cultured person. That is the first thing that I see, frankly speaking. And your attitude. See, wherever we are, whichever position we go, whichever career we choose, your attitude, your communication skills, your adaptability is the first three things that I would look as an HR in a fresher. Whether you're ready to adapt and whether you have the zeal to learn. I can train you technically. I cannot train in your character and your attitude. It comes from within you. I can enable you. You have to learn. You have to observe and learn. I'm not here, or we are not here to engage yourself in, okay, this attitude is not good, please change. This is the only words that I can tell you. But can I involve with you? I can only give you an example. I can be a good storyteller.
Let me give you a second thing. After 2 times, the HR says that your attitude is not good, you need to change. And if you don't change, the third thing is you're out.
You're out. Believe me. Yes, yes. I have done that. I have
The third thing is you're out.
Yes.
Especially when HR is telling you that.
It happens without saying. So, it happens without saying.
Yeah.
It's either my personal grudge to an extent or the management. But to me, it has always been the management. I have not personally anyway fired anybody, but it is based on the business.
Yeah, right.
No, that actually doesn't like mostly men are doing it. So,
We are forced to do it.
There was a survey conducted in 2010, 2011 of a lot of technical people, engineers basically. I think L&D was one of the big groups involved. Infosys was involved, even Satyam at that time was involved. And it very clearly mentioned out, engineers with better communication skills were paid 30% more than engineers with poor communication skills.
But technically there was some.
Technically, people from the same institute or the same knowledge and power with the same scoring patterns, people who could communicate better were paid 30%. It's a huge difference. 30% is a big difference, more than people who could not communicate well. So if you think that only my book knowledge, I have done my best score, what is the point of a product you created, but you are not able to explain it or sell it to me? An idea that you have or strategy that you have, but you are not able to convince me or sell me that strategy. Is that strategy any good? So yes, if you think communication, I can talk in my regional language or local language, or I am great with my peers, sorry, that doesn't count. How good are you able to express your idea, thoughts, beliefs, strategies? Is very important how you crack your interview, because the interview is all about communication. Okay, like college. Okay, like a college. Did you come to the college directly and say that I want an admission and they give you admission? What happened? You submitted a form, your mark sheets, everything, and based on the score that you got an admission. 70% of the candidates rejected on resumes. Same like a college application, same happens at a corporate level. You said we get a resume first. 70% of the people get rejected on resumes. I would reject any marketing candidate. I'm being very honest and being very candid out here. I would reject any marketing candidate, any HR candidate who make grammatical errors in the resume. I will not even look at that resume irrespective of the score is. If they made presentation errors, the commas are not in place, the space is not in place, fonts are changing, there is no alignment, that marketing candidate or HR candidate is not going to come for an interview for me. Why? Because if that person cannot present himself or herself in the right way, in a presentable way, cannot draft their own resume in a presentable way, how do I expect them to draft my company presentation or the document or the company policy document or a client document in a correct order? And I have rejected. I can tell you, I'm sure we all have done that. But yes, we have rejected. And that's where the maximum rejections happen. So the first thing, if you're looking at a job, you're looking at a career, you're looking at interviewing, first thing is your resume. At times you're making interviews, and I can give you another good example of technology campus interview. The resume of 2 candidates were ditto, like not a little change of the space or a line. Everything was ditto. One of the guys even forgot to edit the father's name out there. Like, are you brothers? Because the guy came in just immediately to the next are you brothers? The guy says, no, the father's name is the same. Are you related to it? He's like, sorry, I forgot to edit it. Do you think I actually cleared the interview? No, because there was no eye for detail out there. So he was a civil engineer. A civil engineer without an eye for detail is not getting hired in China. It can risk lives. Correct? You're into construction business, it can risk lives. You need people with eye for detail, irrespective of whatever. A financier, can he make errors in the finances? Have you heard this famous Japanese story? He said around 17,000 crores worth of share purchase 12,000 rupees. By just adding 2 extra zeros in the entire purchase order. So, eye for detail has to be must. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, just to continue because I was half. So to answer this question and all your questions. So the first level is that before you face the interview, please do your homework. Know about the company, know about your interviewers, your lecturers or your placement coordinator will surely give you who's going to take your interview. Even if they do not, it's very easy for you to find out. Because internet has the data. LinkedIn has the data, Google has the data, their company website itself has the data. The particular company LinkedIn itself, website will have the data. Yes. We were all called up based on our LinkedIn profiles and because of our networking. Okay, probably all of us are a part of HR Shapers. I'm not saying all of us are. Ashish Gandhi, who runs this HR Shapers community. So what it draws down to your communication, your networking skills, your confidence level, your R&D, your adaptability, your communication skills, your zeal to give back something to the community. Because this is your vision, this is your college's vision too. We were invited before we entered this hall. We were in the first hall. I'm not sure about the auditorium. Your principal, your chairman, everybody spoke about the culture fitment. That was a very catchy word. So what does that come from? So it is actually within. There is a very famous. He's an army person. The first moment it starts from your home and it continues to your road trip, then it continues to your work, then it comes back to your home. This is the roadmap of your per day, right? You are at your home or in your PG or in your hostel, anywhere. You get up. What is the first thing that you do? You fold your blanket because you were slept. That is my first culture or my first attitude that I show. I'm thankful. Before I keep my feet down on the ground, I thank because I had a good sleep or it enabled me to have a good sleep. So that culture, I might be wrong now, but it will really trigger you as you start aging, or as and when you start maturing. Because these are very simple, important things in life that we need to learn. What you need to do, what you ought to do, and what you need not to do. What is really necessary to do. As a very career-oriented, as your enthusiasm to, you want to get a job somewhere. As they rightly said, this is your, wish or your knowledge that you have gained from any institute. I'm not talking in general, I'm saying it's not anything. It might be a preschool, anything. But is it, how much of guarantee you or we can give you that you will flourish in the same finance field, or you will flourish in the same supply chain management or HR? No. We are here just to enable you to make you realize that this is a good field. We have this opening. Do you feel that you are capable of handling this responsibility? So what are the homework that you need to do is first things that I told you. Please stop just to ensure that you cut down on your nervousness. The nervousness all of us understand, and we will help you to overcome that during an interview. At least I'm sure seeing their level of explaining to you all, I'm sure they would have done that whenever they have taken the interviews. So if at all you get nervous, take a deep breath. Please take deep breaths. Every 5 minutes, take a deep breath before you enter an interview. Take a deep breath. Don't show any Yes. Please don't. Not in it. And to gain that confidence level, wear simple clothes. Just wear simple, more than simple, wear comfortable clothes. It will be, from top to bottom. Be very simple. Have plain shirts for men. Have a simple, no jig-jag, no funky items. The girls, we observe that as a chance. It shows your, awareness of the culture that you come with, and that you're showcasing yourself. I don't want an HR to come very dandy, all this and talking to the people just because you have people skills, just because you come with a good communication. What is it you bring to the table? What is it that you can come up with a solution? What is it that you are interested in? What is it that you can adapt? Is what I will look into when I get into this. So how would you, convince me if I'm your interview? How would you convince me is come with your knowledge completely. Whatever you put down in your CV, ensure that you know what you are saying. Whatever is in your CV, your projects that you have handled, your internships you have done, know about that. What are your drawbacks in that? What are the challenges that you face? How did you overcome your challenge? What mistake have you done? Have your strength, have the entire SWOT analysis. You have to. Your strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. Have this SWOT analysis done for you. It is a very old technique, but we do not forget that. Till today, we encourage all of us to have this SWOT analysis done, whether it is for your professional or your personal. Because it makes you realize where we are standing. That is where your adaptability and your acceptance would motivate yourself. So these 2-3 things might help you to overcome your nervousness, because you would have done your homework, right? Why would a person get nervous in an interview? Maybe because you don't know the topic, what the questions that come up with, or you're not confident in what you have learned, or you're not confident in the way you have put yourself forward, your dress up, the way you have put your personality. These 3 things, can be a cause for your nervousness. Work on this. Very simple. Yes. No, but I still believe, because they all have completed their graduate. They are in their PG.
Yeah, but still they have 1 more year to go for interview. So take the tips and prepare for that.
Yes.
Because the interview is going
Yes.
So, Mr. Reddy, you are going to follow one more time this chart. Yeah, madam especially, she will give the exactly, be very honest. Be very, very honest. If you don't know, tell sir, as of now, I am not aware, but I am with this knowledge. Simple. Do not, sir, actually I mean this, that, no, nothing. Right? So, any more question?
I just have a couple of things I want to ask. Only a couple of things. One is like, the CV should be unique and to yourself. Don't copy paste like he said, right? Understood? If you are interested in reading something, you just mention that. Otherwise, if I ask you, what did you read today? What which book you have read? You don't have any answer. So traveling is very interested. Where did you visit last 6 months? No. Getting my point. So it should be unique. It should be true. Number 1. Number 2, your presence of mind is required. Say sometimes I'll ask you, what is not there in the CV? Suddenly you will be blank. Number 1. Second one is that sir, I'm from something related. What next? See, you need to project yourself. How best you are, what are talents you have, right? Why you are unique. You need to navigate the interviewer. Interviewer should not ask you, right? You need to see that how best you are navigating the interviewers, in your room day. That is a talent that you need to develop yourself. First thing. Second is that there are a lot of techniques that our HR will play, right? The behavioral interviews, right? STAR technique. You need to understand what are those things. They will give you situations, they will ask you what is it you do. Because what happens is that because of our customers, because of our clients, and the situations will be there, you don't know what is it your answer is that. If you say against that answer, चले जाएगा. You say ना ये तो backward आ जाएगा and गलत information दे देगा तो. Yeah, let's not hire him here. We'll use one more situations. So we'll ask you situations, we'll ask you, so you need to be very prepared and presence of mind is required. And more than that, a smile is required every time, okay? So that that gives you confidence.
That the qualification in the increasing hardly will take away all the smile. Yeah, question please.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sir, as sir earlier mentioned about the question which the interviewer asked that why do you want to become an HR? So
searching for it. Why did I become an HR? I told you, right? I became an HR accidentally. I didn't choose to be very honest, I didn't choose to become an HR. That was one of my last career options. But when I was on the gap in my head that either I become an HR or sales, I thought I'll choose HR. Because I was not very confident of doing sales. And at that time, I hardly knew that HR does recruitment, like most of you. When I started my career in recruitment. So that's what I started. HR was only getting salary, taking the rangoli as we normally have badnaam for. Most of the memes will come on HR. So that's what I knew. But then, when there was a gun on my head and I chose an option, I had some 30 days to research. I did all the possible research possible. In 30 days, I whether I want to continue with HR or I want to quit the job and search somewhere else. But then when I moved into the space, then I will not look back. Okay, so once you, have you ever received like the first rank in your class or your school or your college or anything as such? Or an award for anything as such? How does it feel? Great. And you know, once I got that opportunity, even before becoming an HR. And I was chosen at the pan-India level. It's a big opportunity, right? In a company like Ansys said, winning an award at a pan-India level for a 26-year-old person is very big thing. That you're competing with people and trainers who are almost with 5 times more experience than you. It became a very different thing. So why did I choose HR? Please don't tell me that I like doing XY, people management, I like to talk to people. No, these are not the answers that I'm looking at. If you say that I choose an HR because it gives you a great, what is the career path that you're looking in HR? Are you looking at that today? I see that TA becomes a very crucial role for a company. And when I become a TA, this is what I want to deliver and contribute to the organization, and this is what I want to take. I want to be very honest, I want to make money out of this job as an HR. I want to make money out of being a finance guy. End of the day, that's the truth. So we know what is the gyan that you're giving me, we want to hear the truth. Because I want to become an HR because I want to lead, become a HR, and I want to make a culture shift in the Indian way of looking at HR. I'll be happy with that as an answer.
So when you want a solution, where you get selected, very good solution, okay? Every company has different values, right? If you go to about the company, there's something called values of the organization. In my organization, the values are transparency, collaboration, empathy, commitment, and respect. Okay? So if I am selecting a candidate, I will definitely check whether you are transparent or not in your approach. If the CV itself is not transparent, sorry. Right? Are you committed or not? Are you giving the empathy or not? Are you collaborative person or not? Get the point. At the end of the day, it is the values. Values for yourself, values for the organization. So it has to be both.
Sure. Did I answer your question? I would like to ask that first.
Sir, no, actually, sir, I wanted to ask that there are a number of answers to this particular question on Google, etc. Where we can.
The one that you create of your own is the right answer. No Google. I can't give you the right answer because my way of fitment or my way of looking at life is different to your way of looking at life. So what, as he said, transparency, honesty. What I want his answer is what is your answer. If you give me anything from Google, you're rejected. Don't you think I don't know what answers which are available in Google? If you type in Google 63 into most frequent interview questions and answers, it will give you. You type in Google 25 most frequently asked questions, it will give you with answers. 63 most frequent questions with answers, it will give you. ChatGPT, you are not the only one using ChatGPT, when we use ChatGPTs. If you are using ChatGPT to give answers, we are also using ChatGPT to ask questions.
Okay, what is your name? Shubha. Think you are on the crossroad. On the crossroad, there are 4 ways are going, and there are 4 people. The place where you want to go, everybody is saying that's the right place. Are you understanding?
She is not getting me.
You are on the crossroad, standing on the right पे खड़े हो, रास्ते पे खड़े हो. There are 4 ways. 4 रास्ते जा रहे हैं. There are 4 ways, and there are 4 people. Or maybe 8 people. You ask, I want to go to this place. Which path takes you there?
And then show you different directions.
And they also that you my path. Finally, you need to take a risk. You need to take your own decision. What equally you want to take your decision. Yes.
So right answer is something that comes from you. Listen to everybody, but then create it in your own script. When somebody asks me what's this a good sales script as well, my answer was this is the way I use it. this is the way I talk. I have different dialect of talking, I have different style of talking, I have different way of talking. Doesn't mean that the way I talk, everybody else should follow the same style of talking. I'm not Shah Rukh Khan that I do like this, everybody starts doing this. Correct? And does it look good on everybody at the same time? No. So you need, there are two things that you need to play is, play with your strength, cover your weakness.
And don't miss the opportunity.
Yeah.
So we'll take
Sure. Sure. Yes, you wanted to ask something.
My question to all of you, as a HR, nowadays companies are recruiting only experienced persons. They are not going with the freshers because they don't want to waste their time.
No, nothing like that.
Nothing.
Some of the companies,
See, this year they are putting 1400 employees.
some companies. What's your opinion on that? Is the companies are doing right?
Our opinion is the industry trends now. So wait for another couple of months, you would see. And it's not that companies are not hiring. There are very big Fortune 50 or Fortune 20 companies who have come to your institute to hire. But it is not that the other companies are also not hiring. Maybe you have scaled down a bit post-COVID and this year. Now we are looking forward, something is going to turn up for the freshers also in the coming few months.
So again, every company does not decide that we will not hire fresher or we will hire fresher or we will only hire experienced person. It is the need of the hour of the company also. Business requirements.
The project.
Or a project requirement. If I am looking at someone to lead a project, will I hire a fresher? No. If I am looking at someone to lead a project, I will not hire a fresher. But if I am looking at someone to work under a leader, I am open to hire a fresher. Okay, last 9 months of me being in Zozo, we are a employee reward and recognition program. We are a SaaS-based tech-based company. That's the reason I was a marketing guy. That's the reason I was a HR guys. What are they looking in digital future again when we look at? Again, we have debated from the topic of digital future to a lot of extent, I would say. But again, we look at, I have hired around 30 to 8 freshers in last 9 months, and I hired only around 22 experienced people out of the 54 people that I hired. So am I against freshers? No. But if I am against a fresher who comes to me and asks me for a package with experienced employee, I am against that definitely. I'm taking a lot of interviews, as I said. Somebody told me that, if you come with the same skills as a graduate comes to me, I'll actually hire a graduate. Because I feel he's more smart, he just wastes his extra money and time in doing 2 years of MBA without getting any additional knowledge. If you're coming as an MBA and if you're expecting a package in MBA, then I as an HR or a company or a manager want the delivery out of you as an MBA. And that's the way the freshers are selected or rejected again.
Sure, please.
Any other questions?
Hello ma'am, hello sir. I am Richa Ocha and apart from being a student, I am also an YouTuber. So ma'am, sir, if you don't mind, can I ask
something then?
Can I ask my question
Yeah.
about education, entrance exams?
Very nice. Very nice.
If you don't mind, can I ask my question in Hindi?
Sure.
सर जैसे कि हमें स्पेशलाइजेशन सेकेंड ईयर में चूज करना होता है तो मैं अपने कभी एल्डर से एडवाइस ले लेती हूँ कि विच विल बी द बेस्ट स्पेशलाइजेशन ताकि मुझे फ्यूचर में जाके अच्छा जॉब मिल सके। तो कुछ लोगों ने बोला कि आप मार्केटिंग और HR में, तो ठीक है मैं ओके बोलूँगी। फिर मतलब दूसरे लोगों से पूछ रही हूँ तो वो क्या बोल रहे हैं 80% स्टूडेंट्स HR को सिलेक्ट करते हैं तो आपको फ्यूचर में जॉब नहीं भी मिल सकता है, तो आप बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स करो। तो फिर मैं कुछ और इंटरेस्ट पूछी तो उन्होंने क्या बोला, फ्यूचर में बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स विल टेक ओवर, AI विल टेक ओवर बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स, ऐसे बोला। तो मुझे मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन आ गया, तो अभी तक मैं डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पाई कि मैं क्या करूँ।
We all are sharing our own perspectives, our own experiences. Please understand. First thing. Second is that what is the you are interested? What is the industry which you want to adopt? Okay, as a part of your career. What happens is mostly that you are driven, like people are telling you X, Y, Z, whatever is there. Everybody shares their own bit of information. Please understand. At the end of the day, you need to drive by your own, understanding. You need to have your own, rationale behind choosing a particular career. And one more thing, whatever you learn, whatever you do, will be completely different. Let me tell you. Okay. So forget about that, but people will tell you their own rationale, but at the end of the day, you need to make a decision, which is you need to balance it out. See, at the end of the day, if you are not taking finance, if you take finance, right, you need to play with the numbers, right? And there is a chance of failing also, right? So you need to pass it also at the same time. Second time, you need to take care of your career also. So you need to balance it out in such a way that you are balancing both academics and your career.
2004-2005, working on BPO was not a very good science at that time. It was like a taboo or someone who is not getting a job anywhere where you're in a call center. At the same time, he's a characterless fellow if he's working in a call center. Those were the taboos at that time. All I did is was given a definite. As if I should sleep in the day, used to be awake in the night, the world used to be sleeping. I'm not listening to anybody. Okay, simple. I joined it and I was promoted within 16 months. The minute I became a team leader, the words were changed. So, and everybody is giving you a point that do HR, do analytics, do marketing, do finance is only giving you as per their focus, their point of view or their knowledge. If I am telling you why to do in HR or why not to do in HR, if I am talking about logistics, I am not a logistics expert and my knowledge of logistics or HR or finance will only be restricted to what the knowledge I have. Okay, and I'm not an expert into everything. As he said, the D model, learn, go deeper. So you need to decide what is your career interest. At times, and I have very simple choices again I can tell you, you want to make money or you want to be happy. Very rarely both these two things will come together. Very, very rarely. Either I make money or I be happy. If I wanted to make money, I would have chosen the CA. Count on me, these guys make good money. I said, not my cup of tea. And I don't want to do it because it's not interesting to me. I said, I'll choose to be happy. Yes, I am there somewhere today out here. In a preschool today teaching people, but as a kind of. So you need to decide what is it that you want, first thing. If people will give you 10 different things, their perspective. What is the field of your interest or what is the need of the hour? Both the things. At times there could be a need of the hour that will push you for money. I'm not saying that is wrong. Go with it.
नीचा एक बात तो बढ़िया सी मजा आएगा ध्यान से सुनना चाहिए आपने ट्रेन का जनरल बुक देखी है जब स्टेशन पे आती है when the train reaches at the station the general compartment people are sitting inside they always tell outsiders there is no space जगह नहीं बोलते जगह नहीं है भरे हुए so much of rush is there है ना and that person who is about to enter he entered and somehow with the struggle he gets some little space to just take a लगाने चाहिए I am understanding उसके बाद में जब ट्रेन चलती है ना after some time he will get the space and he will be settled over there Are you understanding? यार अगले स्टेशन पे हर बार को भी बोलता है जगह नहीं है जगह कहीं घुस जाओ आप लाइफ में हमेशा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है और लर्न करने की अगर आप एचआर में हो तो घुस जाओ एचआर में यार आपको किसने होगा कि आप मार्केटिंग नहीं सीख सकते आप फाइनेंस नहीं सीख सकते आप और कुछ नहीं सीख सकते आप एआई नहीं सीख सकते आप सब कुछ सीख सकते हो ना सो जस्ट एंटर है ना एंटर विद द ओपन आईज अपने होशो हवास में एंटर करो कि मेरे को एंटर करना है और आप घुस जाओ इंडस्ट्री विल गिव यू lot of opportunity to explore yourself, change, and even the people like him, the people who are sitting here. The moment your CEO sees that your inclination is toward this, you make very good comments and the decision on this particular, they will come and tell you, why don't you do this course and come into this course? And many of us, we take, this internal, that opportunity for learning and we join that. So the organization always provides an opportunity, but still में घुसना है आप, है ना? अंदर वाले हमेशा बोलेंगे जगह जगह बनानी पड़ती है जगह हमेशा होती है
I'll tell you one example or two things. One, when we see a right talent, अगर हमें दिखता है कि कोई right talent है और potential है, as a company we have funded the further studies or further courses for that individual. As a company, as an HR, I would say we have vouched for that individual. Yes, we made a bond or something that obviously after training I don't want to leave and go join another company. But then we have educated, I have spent around 12 lakh rupees on 2 individuals to study in my previous company. I have sponsored the entire studies. I sent them to Germany for further courses. For 6 months of mentorship, I sent them to Germany. They have come back and they both are successful branch managers in the logistics space right now. We have spent as a company 6 months, 12 lakh rupees on education and 6 months of cost of Germany is what we have spent because we saw potential. So if we see that you are at a certain place, but you have a potential to move next, the company will invest in you. But that is a potential, that's something you need to show. That is something that you need to show. और एक और बताता हूँ मैं. I meet a lot of people और मेरा आदत है जैसे मैं खुद का blog या YouTube पे नहीं चला, but I like to meet people and narrate people. तो at my early career age मैं एक shopkeeper से मिला और he used to run a stationery store. तो मैंने उससे पूछा कि बाजू में एक और स्टेशनरी की दुकान आ रही है, अगेन बिकॉज आई हैड कन्वर्सेशंस इन हिंदी, सो आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल कि बाजू में एक और दुकान आ रही है, वुड इट आपका कस्टमर बेस कम हो जाएगा? बोलता है नहीं, इससे मेरा कस्टमर बेस बढ़ जाएगा, बिकॉज लोगों को अभी लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं कि पहले इधर ये नहीं आते थे देख के, पीपल डू नॉट कम टू मी कि देयर इज ओनली वन स्टोर, इफ आई डोंट गेट आई हैव टू गो टू अनदर स्टोर व्हिच इज 2 kilometers away, 3 kilometers away. Or there are 4 stores, so I'll get Nitte. I'm sure you're getting something out there. Here, when there are 2 shops, people are more sure of coming here because now they know that the price will be competitive because of the competition. In fact, I used to get 50 customers earlier. Now we both get 100 customers. So that's something that so many people are becoming in HR. So you will not have a career for HR. Everybody is doing finance. You will not have a career for finance. Everybody is doing supply chain. Because everybody is doing supply chain because supply chain has grown 4 times in the last 4 years. Which industries grown 4 times in the last 4 years? Except startups and supply chain. Health insurance. They've grown. I forgot that.
Take the next question.
Sure. Did we answer?
Any other questions?
Thank you. Any other questions? Like from this side, we are not hearing any.
Specialization you suggestions for MBA freshers, they are a bit of confused choosing the specializations. As she said, we are like influenced by others and everything. As it is the top companies, which would you suggest for us?
Then may I know your name?
I'm Pooja.
Pooja, we know you. You're sitting here from last 2 hours is what we know each other, right? How can a person out here sitting out here who knows you only for 2 hours is that?
Not in terms of finance.
No, again, I'm coming to
Current
that.
trend is what she means.
Yeah, current
I
trend.
mean, just where I can get a job so that I can upskill myself and I can have a career growth as well.
You can get a job anywhere in life, anywhere in the world, and you can upskill yourself.
Whichever you choose.
Whichever you choose, it's purely your dedication and your efforts.
See, as we keep reiterating, it is not only your degree or your PG. It is what is the extra skill that you learn. So your upskilling becomes very, very important, and it is a need of the hour. You have to upskill yourself based on the current trends. For that, what you need to do? You need to study. You need to study more. But what study is that? It is not your book or your college knowledge. It is much away from your college. Then you will realize. See, if you ask me, I would say HR and finance because they go hand in hand. Or again, I would like to. I wish I would
I
have
had idea of choosing HR and finance, but as she said again, when we have discussions, like many people were saying, HR is finance is a good career, but we don't have jobs currently.
Why?
We are not hired. Yeah, I had discussion with my own seniors, my friends.
because you have your resume will only talk about your PG.
You take example like
Only.
this one on the
You have to showcase.
If you have the talent, you have a job.
See, more than a lecture is simple. Okay. Based upon a specialization is not here. Okay. Anywhere opportunities for the company. Okay. Any companies. Like for example, there is a requirement. Okay. You will see that especially sales. Like you have to make your career. You want to go for reaching those targets. Okay. You will help. Okay. It is nothing to do, even though you do HR and finance, you still have in sales. Because sales has number of opportunities, thousands of opportunities. Whereas finance and HR are limited. Please understand. For that matter, the industry is segregated like it only. All revenue generated have a lot of opportunities. It could be logistics, it could be anything.
Okay, today I give you example one again. After last 4 years, we say doctors are earning really well. So today we say that you should become a doctor. Right? They are earning well. There's a lot of opportunity to become a doctor. Not in India, but amazing opportunities internationally also. So my recommending you to become a doctor right now. Does that make sense?
As in so many engineers doing sales job. Let me tell you.
So many finance, majority of the finance guys are doing sales.
engineers have taken away almost all the domains.
So many engineers have now started doing stand-up comedy. If you look at stand-up comedy as a career, maximum are engineers as of today.
भैया यार आपका जो जॉब है ना इसको आप उन्हीं के साथ मत कंपेयर करो सक्सेस यार
Success is also a criteria. Like when you are choosing a job, you should consider like a growth, upskilling, as well as money.
No job guarantees growth. No education guarantees growth. No job guarantees growth. What you perform and deliver at that moment will guarantee your growth. Your career option is not like Like if I do MBA finance, supply chain as a HR, does it guarantee me a growth? No, that does not guarantee growth. That will only give you a platform to enter. Growth does not define that. Growth is not based on that. Growth is how do you perform out there in that moment. Simple. Who's the winner out there? Australia. Who's the runner-up? India. You know, so at times I feel it's a feel-good PR. In customer service industry, we used to call it CFGs. Customer feel-good statements. Okay. ये मेहनत तो बहुत की. I worked very hard. It was not there in my nasiib. It was not there in my. You know, these are the rubbish to be very honest with you. This is also something is I tell to make myself feel good. End of the day in life, either there is a pass or a fail, and that moment, so you get a job in HR, you get a job anywhere, as long as you're willing to take a risk. Let me give you a simple example. Out here, many of us would have taken certain decisions of life, wherein I'm getting X paid, but to do something, I'm getting a higher amount of salary, but I've shifted my career to a lower amount of salary, because I saw more potential out there, or I was thinking that there's nothing more that I can go from there. I was given the opportunity to run the second largest company in Nepal. Second largest company of Nepal, Ruger Group, 5,000 crore company in Nepal is like huge. I was given the opportunity to be a CHR out there. I went to Nepal, amazing location, beautiful place. Every day feels like a Goa. Then I counted myself as a career option out there. I said that yes, everything is amazing. I feel like Goa every day out there in the last 30 days. But I was earning in the top 2% of the people. I was actually earning in the top 2% of the people. Then what is my growth opportunity after that? Restricted, because it's very difficult to go from the top 2% to the top person. It's not easy. I came back to India, quit that job, came back to India, joined something which was 20% lower than what I was drawing, and I restarted my career from there. How does it feel? How does it matter?
It's very important. It is needed. It's not that, yeah, take it cool. When you are ready to attend interviews, when the college helps you or to attend interviews, take it as have that gratitude, say, at least I got the opportunity to attend an interview. What is it next that you need to get prepared? That is the matter, right? So how do you do all this? By doing your homework. You know what I fail to see in freshers today. They are not ready, to put in that hard work where it is needed.
Who's scared of failing?
Yeah.
Who's scared of failing?
Be ready.
What's
Just
wrong
accept
with
it.
failing?
Accept it.
There's nothing wrong with failing, is that?
And believe me, you have to
doesn't mean
fail
that
in
failing
interviews.
academics, right?
Please fail in interviews, Mark my words. Fail in interviews. It's a learning.
I love doing that.
Yes,
Fail.
attend interviews. Don't miss any opportunity. You are getting nervous, get nervous. Rolling on,
And
it's
I
okay.
always say JP Morgan is one of the best companies that I've attended in my life for interviews. They take interviews for 8 hours. They give you tea, coffee, lunch, everything that they'll give you. And after 8 hours of interview, I failed both the times.
I was inspired by that, to be frank, just to add on. And my interviews continued to go on for 2 hours. I felt, my God, why did I take 2 full hours? What will the candidate think? But later on, I realized there was a lot of initiatives done around that. There was a lot of learning for the candidate to gain. That 2 hours, you might get frustrated, you might feel down, or you might be completely gone. Attending an interview is like, from top to bottom, you're nervous, you get cold, you get hot sometimes. Depends on your.
I'll put a small thing out here. The reason I was talking JP Morgan, why I love failed. I failed both the times interviews in JP Morgan. The first time I failed interview in JP Morgan, if I would have got selected, I would have resigned. And I would have joined JP Morgan for a X amount of, they were giving me almost 80% hike. But I failed in the interview. And immediately after 2 weeks, I got promoted in Wipro. So if I would have cleared that interview, I would have still been an agent for another 1.5 years of my life taking calls, and I would have not become a team leader. Failing that interview gave me a success out here that in the next 2 weeks I was promoted as a team leader. Imagine. So that failure was actually a good thing to happen. The second time again in my life I went to JP Morgan for an interview. And that time I failed and I became an HR.
So remember always, repeat after me. Fail. First attempt in learning. Repeat. First attempt in learning. So people are coming here for the campus. If you did not got selected, it's okay. It's okay to fail. Your rejection is not rejection. Your rejection is redirection. You have been made for some bigger or some larger purpose. That's the mindset team are always up ready for you. Yes, Mr. Devi.
Sure.
For example, you need to have these questions. I have prepared myself some 100 questions. And I have written my own answers. Okay. So what happens is when you go to the answers will come very naturally to me. So what is your value? So my value is my smile, my confidence, I'll tell everything. It comes like a flow of thoughts. Because I prepared 100 questions. Same questions asked in different ways. So it's all about preparations, right? Presence of mind. Or whatever happens good. That's what I take it. Not selected.
And,
go for next time.
and believe me, if even today any one of us is giving an interview, we are equally nervous and we equally over-prepared for everything. Not that today we have become like genius. I'll just go and show my visiting Aunt Raji, I need a job, and oh, sir, thank you for coming.
Now also we will get rejected.
Yeah. So even now we get rejected. Okay. So it's something that today there's a sure guarantee that any one of us here will go for an interview and gets no. Raji, oh, we heard of so much about you. You have so many followers on LinkedIn, and still we get rejected. So there's nothing even getting rejection. Okay, again, we were coming back to a topic about the digital future. I am sorry that we debated a lot from getting a job out here. Guys, this is not the time to get a job. This is the time to first of all think what is the career that I need to make. Job should be the last thing on the mind. If you get just working to get money, become a dog, you get a lot of money. Is that the criteria to make money? What is the criteria for you to make money is important. What brings you happiness? If money brings you happiness, run behind money. Okay, I want to have a 5 BHK house in Bengaluru. Okay, if that's the full purpose of your life, run behind it. I want to be renowned, I want to be known, I want to be famous, a YouTuber. Go behind that. I want to be known to the people in the community, I want to be excellent, I want to be the best in HR, then go behind it. I want to be best in finance. Tomorrow I want to become the next Narayan Murthy or XYZ person, go behind that. Whatever you want to be, but I don't want to become the next Narayan Murthy, I want to become Rajiv Jain. That was my goal. I don't want to become the best in HR, but I want to make a mark in HR today for myself. That's my aim right now. I plan to retire in the next 6 years. Now can you beat that? I'm 40 and I have my plans to retire in the next 6 years. That's the way I have lived my life and I have made my plans for my life.
And I want to end with only one point, which is I keep sharing with all the youngsters in my during my interaction with people when they join us. We all work for, listen very carefully guys, okay? We all work for 40 years, okay? 40 years we work, considering from 25 hours to 40 years. First 20 years, if you do any drama, natak, anything, whatever you do, okay, you will suffer last 20 years. Last 20 years, you are having EMIs, you have issues, your college, your kids' college, your own EMIs to be paid, a lot of things, you will be having it. Understood? A lot of responsibilities, you can't say no, like the way your parents are. They are doing a lot of things right. Now my son asks 400, 500 every day. Both the kids, 200 that, 300 that, use this cash, use that cash, everything I am doing. If I say anything, okay, don't do it, I will not do. Simple. Okay, fine, I'll not go. No, what will I do? Okay, everything I do it. Why? Because last 20 years of my career is like I'm being humans. I have health issues. Understood? So, because we are taking the right decision, my last 20 years are beautiful now. Right? If the first 20 years you are playing with your careers, first 20 years you are playing with your relationships, first 20 years you are doing all natak drama from this industry, that industry, this industry, okay, you will screw up your career. Let me tell you, you will be lifelong, you will be doing this front-ending jobs only. You will never reach this middle level or senior level. Why you will not reach middle level? There is no consistency. Today we do reference checks. If anybody is hiring, let me tell you, my chief distribution officer, he will call me. He tell me, sir, एक बंदा है वहाँ पर बैंगलोर में, जाकर उसको उठाओ. Why market is they know about that banda? Because he has created a name, he has created a relationship, networking, everything. And I go, I sit with him in cafe every day, I recruit him and come back. Slowly one day he'll come and join the organization. Nobody knows. Let me tell you, I do that. I'm going to Hyderabad, I take 2 hours of time apart from my office, I'll go and meet the people outside and I'll come. The branch will be very happy seeing me, but he will not be happy after 1 month because I'll be putting somebody else in his place. Understood? So first 20 years you need to work on yourself. First 20 years you need to create your own stability. If you have that stability, if you have that stamina, if you have that created the aura personality, last 20 years of your life will be beautiful. Understood? First 20 years is don't do all this drama, natak, and don't build your career. If you play your careers by changing companies, by maintaining not only relationships, if you say time and age will come go like this. You agree? Time and age will go like this. If you want to be manager, I will not keep you a manager, unstable person, not having manager, because you need to perform some communication skills, analytical skills, where you are not doing all these things. You are doing only this politics, drama, reasons. I will not keep a person in the middle level or senior level person who is doing all these things. Even by chance you are there at the manager level, you will be caught in 1 day's time. In half a day time I will caught you that you are not the right person. I will sack you then and there itself. I am telling you honestly. Getting my point? So you need to ensure that first 20 years of your life you are focusing on relationships. To be humble, communication skills, analytical skills, and then last 20 years of life will be beautiful.
It's very permission.
So,
Any last question?
hope we did not confuse you more. Yeah.
In nature, we need to just have a say. If you can't convince, confuse.
That's the art of recruitment.
That's art of recruitment.
Hope we have convinced you rather.
Yes.
So I'd like to invite Ms. Smriti, first year of Engineering Administration to the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this HR Conclave, I want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for your active participation and insightful contributions, like how we spoke about the topic, about how HR doubts and how you clear the questions. The discussions and interactions over the past few hours have truly been enriching, and I believe we all have gained valuable knowledge and perspectives that will shape future human resources in our respective organizations. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest speakers, Pankaj Sir, Shubha Ma'am, Rajiv Sir, Prasad Sir, and Sachindra Sir, and our moderator Manmohan Sir for sharing their expertise and experiences. A huge round of applause to all of you. Your thought-provoking insights have provided us with a deeper understanding of the evolving landscape of HR practices and strategies. I also want to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the NSON team who put together this conclave. A huge round of applause to the NSON team. Let us carry forward the spirit of collaboration and innovation that has been hallmark of our discussions. Let's continue to build strong networks, foster inclusion,